This is Coffee Cruise, conversations for the road ahead. Grab your coffee, buckle up, and let's cruise.
Welcome back, Coffee Cruisers. Today is a really fun episode for us because we are officially kicking off our very first Behind the Brews segment, where we sit down with amazing people behind the coffee shops we love. And we couldn't think of a better place to start than one of our absolute hometown favorites, Mokka Bon in Troy, Illinois. Now, if you've been following along with our Coffee Cruise adventures, you already know that we love any place that has amazing coffee, great vibes, and the kind of place where you walk in and you suddenly feel like you're at home. They remember your order, they know your face, and they know your laugh. So today, we're sitting down with the owner, Katie, to hear the story behind Mokka Bon, what inspired her to open the shop, what it really takes to run a local business, and of course, what drinks we should all be ordering the next time we stop in. We talk about the leap from idea to reality, the challenges of running a small business, and the moments that make it all worth it. We might have a few special guests in the episode. So grab your coffee, settle in, come take a ride with us as we go behind the brews with Katie from Mokka Bon. So welcome to the Coffee Cruise.
Thank you.
We had to do Mokka Bon in Troy, Illinois as our very first launch partner because we absolutely love you. And I think everybody's probably sick of seeing our faces here.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
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 I feel like I'm a frequent flyer.
Yeah. If there's a Jeep and there's two giggly girls in your drive-thru,
It's you guys.
it's
It
okay.
is.
Totally us. Yeah. So I think we just want to start off like, how did you want to ever own a coffee shop? And tell us the story behind it. What made you pull the trigger?
So I wanted, I guess my husband's he's my hype person. He's just like, you go girl, whatever I want to do. He's always, cheering me on. And so I wanted a coffee shop. I had a baking business first and I still do that. And so I started with that and I was like, I would love to have a coffee shop or like a bakery one day. And so it kind of started there. And then we were looking and then COVID hit. And it actually took us 5 years before we found a building to actually like start a business in Troy because we wanted Troy. We live in Troy. I've lived here my whole life. He's lived in the area his whole life. So this is home to us.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is like where we for sure want to do it. And so we looked and then COVID hit and we were like, now's not the time to do any of this. And so we waited. And then in 2022, we were on our way to Uganda and we got stopped. One of our flights left because we were late for one flight, like Chicago was late leaving. So we got stuck in Belgium. And so we were in Belgium and they were like, you're going to be here for 24 hours, but we'll pay for you guys to stay at the hotel, like go out, wander through the city. And we had waffles and we had coffee. And I was like, I want waffles and I want coffee and this is what I want. So then we came back and we like started looking. We decided on the name Mokka Bon. So that's like Dutch and French, which is their two languages that are spoken there. And so it just means the good mocha. And so then we came back and started looking and my aunt worked, because this was Collinsville building alone. My aunt worked here for 20 years.
Wow.
And so she was the manager of this building. And so I had told my mom 3 weeks before my aunt had said anything, I was like, wouldn't that be like the coolest building for a coffee shop? And literally 3 weeks later, my aunt's like, so we're selling this building. So then they didn't put a price on it. They did a bidding war and we sat down and I was like, listen, I will go to war for this building. I'm getting this building. It's not an option. We're taking this.
Yeah,
I'm getting this building. We're claiming it. And so it worked out and we got it. And then it was the process of renovation and, all the things.
So it sounds like, from what I've heard, it sounds like you do believe in things kind of falling into your lap, the manifestation and all
So
that.
we are actually like heavily involved in ministry. And so faith is literally like a huge founding point of our lives. And that was kind of like for us before we even were like, okay, let's do this. It's always, let's take it to prayer. Let's pray and let's wait on God and let's see like, is this right? I mean, you can make something work, right? You could fit a square peg in a circle if you really want to, but it's not always the best option. So to me, it's kind of like if something's not working in that moment, it's okay, let's step back and make sure that this is the right time, this is the right plan. And normally it always works out then.
Right.
Patience,
Absolutely.
Patience sucks sometimes.
And sometimes you have to pivot.
Yeah.
It might have to look different than you planned out in your head.
Yep, definitely. We ran into that even with like renovating the building because like cash flow only goes so far.
Right.
And like when we started renovating, I remember like one of the things, so the building sits on a concrete slab and the plumbing is under the concrete. And we found that out like getting into it. And so when we had like taken a loan out from the bank to like flip this, we were like, okay, cool. Like when we wrote out like a price breakdown, we were like, plumbing will probably be, $15,000. We had no idea what we were getting into. And then we were like, oh, it was a $30,000+ plumbing job just for that. And we were like, so now we're gonna have to like cut some other things that originally were in the layout and like you said, like pivot and just you make it work. You stretch a penny and you make it work and you DIY and do all
If you want it, you can make it work. It's all figure-outable.
It really is. Like
We're going to get t-shirts.
Yes.
I like it.
I think we're going to have to
I like it. We're going to need one. Yes. Before we opened, me and my mom, because we're coffee addicts, openly. But if that's the thing that I'm addicted to, that's the least of our worries. You know what I'm saying? We're good. We're good. It's relatively good for you. It's whatever.
Oh.
It's the sugar that's probably not good, but
It's fine.
it doesn't count when it's a liquid form. That's my motto.
Disclaimer, don't believe anything you hear in regards to health on this podcast.
Right? Yeah. We're not professionals, but it's
from our
We
experience.
make our own rules.
Yeah.
From our experience, it doesn't count.
But me and my mom used to go to Dunkin' every day at 2:00, like clockwork. And come into your house, you'd pick me and the kids up, and we would go for like a coffee run. We would like debrief our day and just catch up for a minute and drink coffee. And so coffee is like kind of always been like my let's get a coffee and like
And
let's
your
just
therapy.
let's just
It
talk.
is.
Let's just
That's how
hang
you
out.
started.
I think driving around and just not having an agenda, but driving down when it's nice out, especially with the windows down,
Yes.
and just to drink and just like chilling.
Okay,
like-
we're going to take you on a coffee cruise. We're going to
Yeah.
make this happen.
She could
all
be your backseat babe.
Yes, you're in the magazine.
Okay, I'm getting. There's just
Stay
something
tuned.
about it. It's like
Yeah.
fun and it's just relaxing and it's just kind of like,
Well, one day we drove all the way out by Greenville, and on the way home, we were in the Jeep. It was a little chilly.
It was. But
But-
we'll sacrifice it because it was wonderful.
But we didn't speak for 30 minutes all the way home, and it was glorious.
We're super excited to have Mokka Bon as a launch partner as we get our podcast up and off the ground. We couldn't think of a better place besides Mokka Bon to do our very first Behind the Brews episode. We know that Troy this past year has introduced a new event called First Fridays in downtown Troy, and it's an excellent opportunity for people to go around and explore our downtown businesses and just community. But tell us a little bit more about First Fridays and how it's helped your business.
So they've been like doing it in downtown, and Ann Matthews is the one that kind of heads it up and puts it all together. And she's amazing because she's always pushing for small businesses and pushing for local. And she's definitely like in the corner of all the businesses. She's always fighting for small businesses, and she's
Right.
a big part of the chamber. But she started that, and since she started it, like those Fridays, I mean, it's booming the whole time. There was one where it even rained, and we were like, nobody's going to come. People came out with their umbrellas, and they were still, there were food trucks and there was music. And it's kind of cool because we thought at first, we weren't totally sure how it would be because it seemed like it would be a lot of drinking because there's a lot of bars.
Yeah,
Like a lot of bars downtown. And then they were doing like the cups where you could go from. And we're like, people probably aren't going to get coffee. They're probably going to bar hop. It's probably, but there's been a ton of families, a ton of kids, a ton of just like everybody coming out, all ages. And so there's a lot of people who bars aren't their scene, and they like food truck hop and they hit coffee, and that's like crowd. They hit the taco truck, all the thing.
We're the same way.
Same way.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about you guys too, is that you're open later.
Till 5,
5,
and we're
yeah.
thinking about stretching it out
Really,
farther
yeah.
because we have a lot of people that get off work like at 5, and then they're like, I want coffee on the way home, but you're closed. So
Right.
then they have to go to Starbucks or Dunkin' or one of those.
Yep.
And so we've kind of thought about starting with maybe just on Fridays,
Yeah.
but stretching it out and just kind of seeing
How that goes.
how it goes,
Yeah.
I'm super excited that you're open on Sundays now.
Yeah.
No.
That was great.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's been interesting now that we just got Starbucks because I always come by after school and usually get something to drink. But I was wondering if the Starbucks was going to impact your line. It's still out to the road. So
Yeah.
I think that that's an awesome sign. And I love Troy for that.
And that's the impression you guys make with your service too, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys are so friendly. I love everybody that we've ever encountered, but everybody at the window just giggles at us like goofballs.
They always play along with our humor. It's great.
I
love it.
remember our orders. I don't know why.
If you are a regular, they will remember you and they will remember your order.
Yes.
And most of the time, they have some kind of nickname for you.
I also like that they're all willing to make me a surprise when I don't want to make a decision.
Yes,
Because-
and they love that too.
But I feel like sometimes I just don't want to make decisions anymore. Like
Yeah.
I want to come up and it's always good. That's one less decision. I'm still going to get my caffeine. This is great.
And it's honestly, it's smart if you ask for a surprise because most of the time they'll make you something not on the menu too, which you can customize and figure it out on your
Yeah.
own. But they literally play with drinks every
Yeah.
day, so they'll
Right.
whip something up that's like.
Optionals.
Yes, it is their concoction
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
like to drink. I will shout from the rooftops. I have the best staff. And they make my life and running a business so easy because I could trust them with anything. I never have to sit and worry about, are things getting done? Or can I trust this person? Or is this person going to have my back? Those are never thoughts that I have to have with any of them.
Yeah.
You seem like you have really good intuition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
I try.
yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying, because based on what you just said,
Yeah.
there's never been a time I've come in here and had poor service.
Does seem like these days like customer service has gone out the window.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people they're looking for comfort.
Yeah.
This is a very comfortable place.
When we interview people, that is one thing that is like at the top of my list.
You
How
guys
you
are killing
how
it
you
with
treat
that.
people,
Yes.
Yeah.
how you talk to people beyond your skill set, how you are with people and like being kind to people. Like even if you're having a crap morning,
Yes.
because people have bad days, you know what I'm saying? And
100%.
most of these kids are college kids, and sometimes they're like dealing with school stuff and they're dealing with all kinds of stuff. And it's just, I get it. Sometimes you feel like there's a lot on your plate, but like being able to put that aside
Mm-hmm.
and still be kind to other people because it's not their fault,
Right.
you know,
Right.
that we're busy or that you're having an off morning or whatever. Yes.
Right.
Our staff is great, but we also have the best customers, the sweetest customers. Like,
We know.
we know.
We are.
Here you are.
Are their names Ashley and Ashley?
Indeed. They're at the top of the list, you know, top of the list.
VIP.
But we really do like have the best customers, and they're always like so sweet to like all the staff. And even at Christmas time, we had customers that were bringing them Christmas presents. Like would leave them bags of goodies and just all the just thoughtful, sweet things. And it like the way that everybody just gets so excited. It could be like it could be a candy bar. And it's just the thought of
It
like,
is. Mhm.
you went out of your way to like put this little gift together and give it to these kids that
Right.
serve your coffee every day. And like,
Right.
it's just, they're the best.
Okay, so what's the most popular drink here that is ordered the most?
It's always one of the specials. So this month it's Lucky Charms. That's the one that's the most ordered right now. And then that one is second, the shaken.
Pistachios, so good.
Yes. And then out of our like regular menu items, the caramel is
Yep.
that's
my favorite.
everybody's kind of go-to. I mean, we go through some caramel.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even like your sugar-free flavors, because I always get
Mhm.
sugar-free caramel. It's you can't tell it's sugar-free.
Yeah.
I don't know what you use, but it's phenomenal.
Well, the sugar-free caramel with the sugar-free vanilla.
Spot on.
Yeah. It's my
I'll have to
fave.
try it.
I have to order more, but we just got sugar-free white chocolate, and then we used all of it like in a week.
Oh, I
And
bet.
we didn't even put it on the menu yet, but I told like 3 people, and they literally used it all. And I was like, oh, we're definitely gonna have.
have
But
to-
that's like a good sign.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times, if it's a regular customer, we'll like tell them to kind of test things on them, especially
Yeah.
if all you
Yes.
drink is sugar-free.
Yeah, a lot of times I don't want to go to any of the chains because they don't have very many sugar-free
Right.
flavors.
Right.
Starbucks only has sugar-free vanilla, I think, and maybe a sugar-free caramel.
Right.
But it's still just I don't know if it's your coffee blend, what it is. It's just so much better.
It is.
Everything's
so
better at
delicious.
Mokka Bon.
It really is.
It's a good teaser.
I am a coffee snob,
Yeah.
genuinely.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
me too.
And so, like, when we go to, if we're like on a trip, so we always try to pick a local, even if we have
Yes.
to drive off the beaten path a little bit. But like you said, when it's
We need
7 at
to.
night
Yeah.
or 8 at night and you're driving, there's nowhere open.
Yeah.
So on the rare occasion that we have to go to Dutch Bros or Starbucks, just bleh. It's
not
not
good.
good.
It's not good, especially after you get used to drinking stuff like this.
Yes, if I have to go to one of those places, it's a lemonade or a smoothie or something.
Right,
'cause
don't
you-
disappoint
your
me.
coffee sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
I think one of the best parts about being an entrepreneur, you get to be creative and you get to do whatever you want to do.
yes.
And thinking outside the box
Yeah.
is the best because
Yes.
people like that experience. So if it's something different than anywhere else, that's what they want.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's experience, it's comfort. And I think people definitely need it nowadays. So
I think so
you
too.
guys are doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
And I think, like you said, experience. Like,
Yeah.
you can get a Starbucks experience anywhere.
Right.
But to get a special drink or to get, an interaction with a staff member that makes your day better, like
Yeah.
that's what you're paying for, you
Yep.
know? Yeah.
What is it like being a working mom owning a business?
It can be really interesting. It can be a lot. I actually homeschool them too. It's literally the best, most rewarding thing. And I know some people are like, which sounds terrible, not bashing if this is you.
No,
Like everybody
that's it.
says like, I can't wait till school starts so I can send my
Oh.
kids back to school or like da 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 da. And I'm like, but I love being around my
Yeah.
kids. Like, I enjoy them. And if you don't enjoy your kids, maybe they need a spanking. I don't know. If you don't enjoy being around your kids, like something to consider because maybe other people don't enjoy being around them either. Like I love having my kids with me, but it can be like a lot to try to balance everything. And my daughter, she loves to help and she really is helpful, like genuinely. Like the girl could work circles around people in life. But sometimes I'm like, I just need you out of like the kitchen and out of the way. I just need you to sit down. And then she's like crushed,
Oh, yeah.
So it's like finding the balance of like,
Right. Making sure
Yeah.
she feels important, but
And also inspiring that entrepreneurial skill because ours will try to mimic us.
that's the one thing we talked about is with our girls is make them feel heard. You never know the idea that they could have from a completely different perspective. And if we don't welcome that
Right.
and we just shut it down, then they're always going to feel like their voice doesn't matter.
Any words of wisdom for anybody starting off a business?
just do it. Just do it. Just pull the trigger. And I feel like you can like sit and wait forever. And I'm
Yeah.
I'm a planner and a thinker. And my husband is like, he's a planner and a thinker, but he's more gung ho. Like
Doing it.
he's more like kick you in the rear until you like, go.
Right.
And I remember being, I don't know. What if it doesn't work? What if we buy this building, spend all this money, take out a loan, and then it fails? And he's like, then you sell it and you move on. Like,
Yeah.
Love that.
You know?
mentality.
and he's like, and then you just try something different. But he's like, or you could just sit and say, what if your whole life?
Exactly.
And always, he has this saying, which is like, I'm sure some people would roll their eyes at it because it's kind of like a joke, if you will. But he's like, money's just green paper. Like, it's just green paper.
It is
And
true,
so,
though.
but it's true. We put so much on
Mhm.
money, especially in America. And it's like, we are so blessed here.
So what if you don't make it? If you fail, you learned a lesson.
It's the pivoting.
It is.
Sometimes
is.
if you fail, you have to pivot.
Right.
But
And I
I'm
think
sure you can
have
take
to
something
get,
from
like,
it.
that fear of failure out of your head.
Right.
Like, because that is like a legitimate, okay, well, what if it doesn't work? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
We've been
doesn't-
What if it
conditioned.
does?
We've been conditioned our whole lives, though, about don't fail.
What if we switch the mindset to what if
I
we
can
succeed?
Yeah. Yes.
You guys just had the twin flame connection.
We did.
Yes.
Solid.
Yes.
Jealous, but it's this has been so great. Thank you for taking the time to sit with us. It was really enjoyable. Like,
Yeah.
it's
I
gonna
had
be good.
fun. This was
Yeah.
lots of fun.
Yeah, we got to do it again.
Wait. We said special guests, didn't we? Well, the real stars of the show might actually be the kids behind the brews at Mokka Bon. Here are a few fun clips that made us laugh. Enjoy.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your favorite drink from here?
Clark.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
He likes the blended drinks.
Nice. Our daughters love to come here.
We give him the vanilla base, so there's no.
Yes.
Yep. Tell me, what is your favorite thing to do when you're at home doing school?
Probably counting.
Counting? Can you count for me?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My sister does probably about like 200 or 300.
You want to come talk on this too? Come on. Your voice can be heard. Give us some life advice, kids.
What does everybody need to know?
I don't know.
You know? What do you think everybody needs to know?
Say, go to Mokka Bon and you'll be happy. What's your favorite drink?
I think my favorite was probably
Lucky Charms.
the Lucky Charm.
Well, wait, was that just because of the marshmallows? A little bit of both. Love it. Honest answers.
First, Lucky Charms is mine. And I like the Lucky Charms first, and then I like caramel,
Oh, okay.
and then cinnamon.
Can you get your Lucky Charms blended? You can? I'm going to have to tell my daughter that.
All right, coffee cruisers, that wraps up our very first Behind the Brews episode. A huge thank you to Katie from Mokka Bon for sitting down with us, sharing her story, and letting us peek behind the curtain of what it really takes to run a hometown coffee shop. It's people like Katie and places like Mokka Bon that remind us why we love doing this podcast. Great coffee, great community, and the stories that bring it all together. So, if you're local and you haven't stopped by yet, make sure you swing through Mokka Bon. Grab one of their amazing drinks and show them some coffee cruiser love. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow the podcast, leave us a review, and share it with a friend who loves coffee as much as you do. We've got more Behind the Brews episodes coming soon with other local coffee spots, so stay tuned. Until next time, grab your coffee, hit the road, and we'll see you at the next stop.
Thanks for riding with us. We'll see you at the next stop.